Hello and welcome back with me, Admin, joining me on Gunship Battle once again. Today's episode is going to be about the new players and anyone else that does want to start the game with me and progress along with me in the game as well. So yeah, we're going to be talking a little bit about how to start the game, how to set it up, or in terms of once you get into the game, how it sort of plays out. And then I'm going to show you a little bit around some of the things that I've picked up in terms of the UI that I know the game definitely doesn't tell you, so I'm going to try and help you out and sort of how to run your game up to, the sort of beginner levels. Bearing in mind, way up to level 13, I believe you are protected, so you have pretty much free reign up to level 13 anyway. So I wouldn't worry about it too much. When I say 13, I'm talking about HQ level 13. Once you get over that level, I do believe you become basically available to be attacked, essentially, on a sort of free to go basis as such. But yeah, when you start out of the game, you're gonna end up with some prologue and a mission set of keys. Then mission set of keys are going to lead you down this chapter sort of route. And there's obviously I'm on chapter 5, as I explained yesterday. I used my F18 blueprints to upgrade my F18 to level 3 rather than to obviously produce another one, which obviously in hindsight has bit me in the bum because I can't progress down this route until I obviously obtain enough to actually do and be able to build the ship. And I only have one right now. It does say on them, however, if you click onto the actual thing and you click this little arrow, it does say where you can find them, and these are the locations you can find these different things. The Armada base, so Armada loot boxes, you can find them in them. You can get them on the black market, and you can obviously get them from purchasing packs in the shop. They're the place that you can find them, so you just need to look for them. And obviously, so you most likely, if you join the game, you're going to go down this tree of following the chapters one by one, just completing different things within the chapters. You will be able to do this. Don't upgrade it. Just follow this, and probably will set you up quite nicely. I'm now delayed because of this, but it's okay. I'll get it eventually, I guess. It's not too much of a big deal. So you're going to progress down that sort of line, and it's going to get you to build loads of different things. Going to get you to do loads of different things. Like, for example, it's going to get you to build different levels or different aircraft in general. And as you can see, I've unlocked more because I'm obviously of a higher level now. But I still need the blueprints to be able to obviously make them and stuff like that. So that is something else. And then it's going to get you to make stuff in here as well, in the armory. And it's going to get you to produce different things. And then obviously down in the shipyards as well, it'll make you obviously build certain ships as well. We've just unlocked our second frigate, which is this one here, the Olivia Hazard Perry class. And then the next frigate's going to be the Duke, and then the Independence class, which is the final, I believe, final frigate. It is, yes. So yeah, that's the final frigate. And then got two different basically nuclear-powered submarines. You got the Vanguard, you got the Typhoon class, and then the Virginia class. Ollie Baker's your destroyer. Virginia is as you can see, a tier 13, and is going to be incredibly powerful, but you need to be level 33 to get that. But yeah, it's going to progress you down this sort of tree to be able to do these types of things. And the main thing that I want to point out are down the bottom on this road down here. Forget the first one because you're not going to be in alliance straight away. That is all to do with your alliance, so just forget about that one. You're going to come to this one, which is to you can't do anything. As you can see there, you need to be level 13 to be able to do that. So you can click it as much as you like. It's not going to do anything. And then this is where it really starts. So this box here, the box icon, which is the middle or the center icon, it's going to bring you to this page here. And this page is going to hold all of your different items and all your different things. If you scroll to the very bottom, you're going to come to these down the bottom here. And as you can see, there's different things set out. So we've got food, iron, oil, and coins. And they all are of different values. So for example, you're going to have hardly any resources to start the game, which is completely false in theory, because when you click in here, if you go to the bottom, cash them in. Anything below like the sort of 10,000 mark, just cash them in. So as you can see here, you can do all of them, and then I'm just click use, and then we've got thousands, got 72 of them there. So that's 72,000 food straight away. Same with the iron, and then 10,000 ones will cash in. But as you can see, we've got plenty to go around. And like I say, anything under the 10,000 mark or around that sort of figure, just cash in straight away, and you'll have a butt ton of resources straight away. So I wouldn't worry about the resources, just cash them in to start with. Same with the iron, the gold as well. You will have gold that will appear at the top in this section here. Just cash them in, it'll come up, and when it comes up, it'll say use. So like similar to this, but obviously you don't want to do this. This just increases production for food, for example, for an hour. But it's similar to this. You just click use, and then it'll just cash it in for you. Hence why I've grown to nearly 1,200 gold. I've actually used quite a bit of it over the last day just to upgrade stuff and things like that. But yeah, the best thing to do as well that I found is if we go to the research tree as well. If we go to, it doesn't really matter. If we go to air and ground, for example. If we go into this tree, as you can see, we've pretty much maxed everything out so far in this tree. And we're now down to the M60, which we can't get until we are level 12. Research labs. And then this is a similar thing across the board of everything. So you go down, we pretty much cashed in everything other than these sort of higher end ones, because they unlocked that level 11, which I'm obviously in the middle of currently doing. But the best way to do this that I found, certainly the early stuff. So if we go to something that we can actually do. So we go to munitions, for example. I know we can do this. Go to this. The research costs pretty much no gold whatsoever. You still need the resources, but in terms of the gold, it virtually costs nothing. Just use your gold. Don't do the time. The time, just forget about the time. Just cash in the gold. Get all of the early stuff all boxed off, maxed out, and then do that for every single level up till pretty much you get to my sort of level, where at which point things start becoming a little bit more expensive. Things become a little bit, in terms of resource wise, a little bit more cost sort of burdened on you to do. But yeah, that's my suggestion to do. Same when it comes to building ships. So for example, if I wanted to build an Olivia Hazard class, it's going to cost us these resources. It doesn't actually cost that much in gold to actually build. And this is instant as well, so just bear that in mind. So if I do that, it's completed straight away. I'm going to obviously set sail. It's going to go to my reserves. However, this is something that you definitely want to do because you want to replace your ships and stuff like that. And this ship on its own, if I build another one, it's going to take 3 hours on its own. Obviously, I can get boosters, which will reduce that time if we have them available to us. And if you click this, tells you how much resources you got, and that includes in your stockpile as well. So in terms of resources, you are pretty set to start the game quite nicely. So again, I wouldn't worry about it too much. Use the gold up. Don't go mental with the gold. You know, don't just go buying everything. But use it sort of educationally, I guess. When it comes to the armory, definitely don't need to rush this type of stuff. Don't worry about the armory type of stuff. Don't rush them. Don't rush the aircraft either, because they're really fast at producing. The ships are the biggest burden, I would say, unless it's something like a Nox or a Los Angeles class, because they do not take that long. They take 7 minutes, for example. This is when they start getting a bit longer in the first destroyer, because that takes over an hour just to build. And then the Nox takes literally 3 seconds. So I wouldn't worry about the first two, but certainly the second two and onwards. You know, maybe start looking into using a bit of your gold to sort of help speed up some of them times. But yeah, that's what I would do as a beginner. Hopefully this has been helpful. And also make sure you go through and you keep everything all at the same level before you upgrade your HQ. And then keep moving up that sort of tier progression path. That will help you further down later in the game. Certainly with the research, make sure you do all your research before you initiate the HQ building. Upgrade. Do all of your research and then move on. But yeah, hopefully that's helped. As always, subscribe, thumbs up, and comment down below any thoughts of this game at all. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye for now.